Of course, I used to race against Kenny, as did my brother Jerry, and I told somebody the other day that I made Kenny Schrader what he is today. And if it wasn't for us slow guys going so slow and Kenny blowing us off, he wouldn't be nearly as famous as he was today. So down to Jerry for an interview with Kenny.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have with us here a gentleman that has gone from, I guess, what I call the depths of, I don't know what, to the heights of NASCAR Grand National, or Winston Cup racing, I should call it. I think you used to chase around the United States of America with a guy that we fondly referred to as Naked Nick. Is that true? I tell you what, we kind of bounced all over the country in his old van towing a midget. You know, we just raced all over. You know, we raced with you and Jeff all the time, and had a lot of fun. Really missed those days, but I'm happy to be down there running the Winston Cup car. Yeah, we know, and I see that tonight you have a little different sponsor on your car than you normally run in a Winston Cup situation. Is there some significance to that? Well, Kodiak Smokeless Tobacco and Exxon Superflow Motor Oil sponsor our Winston Cup efforts, but Budweiser out of St. Louis, they're kind of supports all our short track racing, so we're in Budweiser colors when we're not in a Winston Cup car. I see, and do you have a preference as to what kind of automobile racing you prefer? I mean, do you kind of like what you're doing with the stock cars, or you like the open wheel cars, or where do you think your future might hold? Well, we're going to, in fact, we just a couple of weeks ago we decided we're not going to run any more open wheel cars, and you know, it just wasn't worth taking the chances. I mean, we really love the cars, you know. Jeff himself, I mean, Jeff knows what can happen in those cars. Jeff was a tremendous competitor with us, you know, always fun to race against, getting there and banging wheels, but those things will bite you, you know, and we just decided that with the opportunity we have right now with the Kodiak car that we're going to just limit our schedule to stock car racing. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about this man? He's been quite a good person at our autograph session down here this evening, and we think that he's going to put on a whale of a show. Guy got here a little bit late tonight. He promised me and Jeff he'd be here by 4 o'clock, I think it was. And the phone rang about 10 after, and he said, "Hey, I'm at the airport. Can you come and get me?" Well, we'd have been okay, I think, if, you know, but I fell asleep. I got up in front of the plane and fell asleep when we landed. I told the pilot, after we had sat there and unloaded all the stuff, I said, "Is this Rickenbacker Field?" He said, "Hell no, this is the big airport." And I said, "Oh, well, we're in trouble again." So I called, and we got a van over there. We're just running a little bit late. But hell, Jeff knows we're always late. Yeah, that's a fact. Well, thank you so much, and give a good run tonight. We appreciate you being here.
Ken Schrader, originally from Fenton. Qualifiers. Mike Stacy in car number 11, and Ron Otto Jr. in 52. Tim Ice is in 65, and Ken Schrader in 15. Scott Baker in 14. John Ballo in 21. Bill Cantley in 26. And your fast qualifier, Dick Dunleavy Jr. in car number 5. 8 laps. Mike Stacy, your leader. He fends off Ron Otto through 1 and 2. Ken Schrader is third, but here comes John Ballo in 21. Schrader trying to size up the 2 leaders. As Ballo closes. Still Mike Stacy. Ron Otto battling for that lead. Now Ballo will go to the outside of Schrader. They're side by side through 3 and 4. Meantime, here comes your fast qualifier, Dick Dunleavy. He started last. He'll be the next to challenge Schrader. Halfway. And Dunleavy is off the pace in car number 5. John Ballo tries the inside of Ron Otto. Still Mike Stacy, Ron Otto, John Ballo. Otto looks to the inside of Stacy. Again, these cars are locked in to the feature event automatically by virtue of their qualifying time. Here comes Vallow on the outside of Otto. White flag. Now the Miamisburg, Ohio driver challenges the guy from Enon, Mike Stacy. It's Vallow on the outside. Checkered flag this time. And Mike Stacy hangs on for the win. Car number 11, Mike Stacy. So we'll have the winner of this race, Mike Stacy, will draw a number out of the hat to determine the number of cars inverted in the feature. The lineup for the first heat race, Jack Sims is in 17, and alongside in 23 is Greg Markham. Carlton Smith is on the inside of the second row in car number 19, and alongside in 33, that is Dan Eves. The third row is Bussy Blackford in 55, and car number 6, Mike Carroll. The fourth row in car number 1, Terry Humphrey, and alongside in car number 83, Lonnie Rush Sr. And finally, the last row, car 73, Ray Frucci, and car 45, Don Johnson. Apparently, Jack, we always throw the white flag the lap before we're going to go racing, and that did not happen. We're not sure what, apparently Jack thought we were going to go, Jack Sims thought we were going to go racing that time. We'll try to get the white flag out this time, and then they'll go racing the next time. 12 racing laps, the top 3 to the feature event. Markham, your leader. Jack Sims is second. Dan Eves third. This time, Greg Markham, your leader. on the backstretch has reported some debris over there on the backstretch, so we'll check that out and transfer to the feature. So instead of running 4 heat races, there are only 3 heat races, and there will be 4 cars from each heat. So once again, instead of 3, there's 4 cars from this event transfer. Out of this 12-lap heat race. Greg Markham, Dan Eves, Mike Carroll, Jack Sims, and Bussy Blackford. Your top 4. Blackford tries to squeeze below Sims, but he can't make it stick. White flag this time. Now Humphrey and Blackford will battle for that 4th spot. Markham will win easily. It'll be close for this 4th place transfer. Greg Markham, your winner. Okay, the top 4 transfer cars. Of course, your winner, Greg Markham. The second transfer car was Dan Eves in 33. Then comes car number 1, Terry Humphrey, finishing 3rd. And finishing 4th, car number 6, Mike Carroll. Then comes car 71, Sam Heckman, and 94, Robbie Dean. 36 is Randy Van Zant, and 53, Mike Miller from Barberton, I think he's from. Then comes car number 2, that's Pat Jones, and outside car 61, Mike Ward. And from New Carlisle, Larry Harris in 4, and from Columbus, Larry Harris in 47. Again, the top 4 finishers to the 100-lap John Nuckles Memorial. Ken Swore, your leader in 74. Now trying to move up to second and doing so on the backstretch. Robbie Dean is second. So Robbie Dean now trying to make his way around Ken Sword. Now Mike Miller moves up to third. He'll challenge Sword next. Robbie Dean, Ken Swart, Mike Miller, and Bob Fye, your top four. They'll be halfway this time. Seven laps to go. Robbie Dean, your leader. Ken Swart is second. Mike Miller, third. Mike Ward is fourth. Now Pat Jones tries to challenge Ward for that final transfer spot. Jones again tries the inside of Ward, but he can't make it stick. He'll try it again on the front stretch. White flag this time for the Big Bird, Robbie Dean. And your winner of heat race number 3, Robbie Dean. Ken Swart is second. Mike Miller third. And Mike Ward finishes fourth. So those 4 cars move on to the 100-lap John Nuckles Memorial. Car number 12 alongside Roger Black from Barberton, Ohio. Don Wetnall drives 81 and Tom Randolph outside in 22. Then comes Randy Maynard Jr. in 39 and car number 7 on the outside of that row, Bobby Edwards. Next up in car 41 is Jerry Mitchell and alongside in 91 Scott Drake. Burgess White is in 59 and outside in 90 Ron Freebus. 12 racing laps. Nanny Dean in 12, Roger Black in 29. And your new leader is Roger Black from Barberton, Ohio. Tom Randolph will try to make his way around Denny Dean. It's Roger Black, Tom Randolph, Denny Dean, and Bob Edwards. passes the 29 of Roger Black. Edwards is third now. Tom Randolph, your leader. Seven laps in the record books. Tom Randolph leads Roger Black, Scott Drake now third, and Bob Edwards fourth. Scott Drake pulls up on the back bumper of Roger Black. White flag this time for Tom Randolph. Again, Drake beside Black now. He'll try to make this pass stick. Your winner is Tom Randolph. Second goes to Scott Drake. Third in car 29, Roger Black. And your final transfer car from that heat race, car number 7, Bob Edwards. So let's hear it for all these guys. An excellent heat race. Tom Randolph the winner. Stapleton. Outside in 98, second fast time, or make that third fast time. The driver, Mike Rush. In the second row, in car number 70, second fast qualifier, it's Joe Hill. And your fast qualifier in 55, John Strobel. And your fastest 4 cars, they'll race 4 laps. Stapleton and Rush, Hill and Strobel. Mike Rush, your leader in car number 98. Carl Stapleton is second. 1 lap down. Joe Hill now third. He slips through turn 2. John Strobel tries to look for a way around the blue 70 car. You get a white flag this time. Mike Rush. Stapleton appears to be catching up just a little bit. Now Strobel is up to third. And your winner of the 4-lap dash in the sportsman division, Mike Rush. Carl Stapleton is second, John Strobel third, and Joe Hill fourth. Willie Bigham is in 65 and outside in car number 3. We'll have to get a name on that car. R7, Roger Roush. Number 3 is Ron Holbein. Let's see, 22, Mike Brown Jr. Then comes Don Hill, Larry Peterson, Rick Stone, Charlie Osborne, and Arlen Sammons. Those are your competitors in this heat race. Ron Holbein in car number 3. He's your leader. Brown Jr. is second. Ron Holbein, your leader. Larry Peterson second. Willie Bigham is third. Halfway in this 8-lap event. Larry Peterson now moves underneath Ron Holbein to take over the lead. Mike Brown Jr. is still third. For Larry Peterson. Ron Holbein is second. Third is still Mike Brown Jr. Fourth, Charlie Osborne. And the heat race winner in the sportsman division, Larry Peterson. Holbein is second. Close race for third. Charlie Osborne finishes third. And Mike Brown Jr. fourth. In the limited sportsman division. Car number 1 on the pole, that's Mike Carroll. And alongside in car 20, Mike Brown. Second row in car number 29 is Bob Justice, and alongside 12, Don Renner. Car number 10 is next, that's Robin Pennington. And car 11, Steve Scott. The next row, 53, Russ Bob, and 73, Randy Sward. And finally on the tail, car 31, Dennis Kelly. Eight laps. Car number 1, the leader. Mike Brown is second. Mike Carroll, Mike Brown, Bob Justice, and Don Renner. Okay, yellow flag, Mike Carroll. He has went way under his qualifying time. We allow these guys so much time or so much allowance to go underneath their qualifying time, and Mike Carroll went too fast. 4 laps to go. begins to stretch it out over Bob Justice, but here comes Don Renner in car number 12. He's outside of Justice. White flag in the starter's hands. Mike Brown, the leader. And your winner in car number 20, Mike Brown. Second goes to Bob Justice. Third is Don Renner. And fourth, Mike Carroll. And car number 87, Randall Borman. And outside in 68, Mike Matthews. Car number 95 is Gary Forbes. And car 03, Fred Hartzell. Car 71 is Tim Yates. And car 39, Ron Mangus. Car 89, Herb Pennington. 33 is Jim McCauley. 43, I think that is, that's Mike Schweier. And then comes car 18, Scott McCandlish. Randall Borman, your leader. Herb Pennington is second in 89. Third in 95 is Gary Forbes. By the way, they're running 8 laps. That goofy announcer didn't say that. 8 laps for this street stock heat race. Now Jim McCauley ducks to the inside of Randall Borman. McCauley is now second. Still Herb Pennington, your leader. Fred Hartzell second. Ron Mangus third. Gary Forbes is fourth. They'll have 2 laps remaining this time around. Yeah, boy. Herb Pennington flashes down the front stretch. White flag for Herb Pennington as Ron Mangus spins on the backstretch. Pennington, your leader. White flag. Fred Hartzell is second. Gary Forbes is third. And that's Mike Schweier fourth. Here comes your leader and winner, car number 89, Herb Pennington. 03 is second, Fred Hartzell. Third will go to Gary Forbes, and fourth, Mike Schweier. Born, and car number 34 is Gary Chase. Car 04 is Buddy Townsend, and 17 is Dean Stuckey. Number 16 is Bruce Holmes, and 66, Paul Baker Jr. 26 is Gary Carter, and 21, Fred Parsons. And by the way, we understand Gary Carter won his first feature ever at Shady Bowl on Friday night. At Killcare. Of course it's at Killcare. I knew that. laps remain. Hamilton in 24 out front. Now Craig Osborne is second. Third is Glenn Miller. Fred Parsons all the way from the tail is up to third. Halfway, 4 laps down this time around. Hamilton your leader, but Craig Osborne trying to work around the outside. Now Fred Parsons has joined the fray. They lap the car of Glenn Miller Jr. And now Fred Parsons will take the white flag. Parsons your leader, Craig Osborne second, Mike Hamilton third, and Glenn Miller a lap car, so Bruce Holmes is fourth. Your winner, Fred Parsons. Kimball. 77 is Don Townsend Jr. and 23, Herman Degg. Car number 22, Donald Parsons III, and car 3, Butch McAllister. 27 is Dave Dysinger, and let's see, I think that's 12, Don Parsons Sr. 2 is Dan Brown, and finally your fast qualifier, car 9, Jim Cruz. By the way, we did check the records. Cruz did set a new track record this evening. So Jim Cruz, your new track record holder. Leads Walter Kimball and Don Townsend Jr. Still Bill Wellman your leader. They'll be halfway this time. Walter Kimball is second. 6 laps down, it's still Wellman. Kimball. Running third is Don Parsons the third. And moving up to challenge in car number 9, Jim Cruz. Kimball tries to move inside of Wellman. Off the track through turns 1 and 2. Wellman holds on through the third and fourth turn. It'll be close, but it's Bill Wellman, your winner. A close race. We'll have to check the results on that. Give you your top 4 or 5. Now something amiss with Sam Heckman's car. He is off the pace. Row 2 is Jerry Mitchell and Bussy Blackford. Randy Van Zandt and Randy Maynard Jr. are next. Then comes Carlton Smith and Don Wetnall. Jack Sims, Bob Fye, Denny Dean, Ray Frucci, Larry Harris, Ron Freebus, Burgess White, and Randy Birch. Jones, your leader. Lonnie Rush is second. But here comes Bussy Blackford to challenge on the outside. Your top 2. Off the pace in 51. He'll pull off the racetrack on the front stretch. Jones holds on to the lead. Carlton Smith up to challenge for that last transfer spot with Jerry Mitchell. Randy Birch calls it quits over on the backstretch. Halfway this time by. Bussy Blackford on the outside of Pat Jones. They're side by side down the backstretch. 3 laps to go. Make that 6 laps to go. Race for the lead between Blackford and Jones. laps left this time by. Race for that last transfer spot between Carlton Smith and Jerry Mitchell. Blackburn edges ahead of Jones on the backstretch. White flag this time. Bussy Blackford trying to hold on to that lead. And now Blackford appears to be your new leader. Your winner of the last chance race. Oh wait, it'll be close. Bussy Blackford, your winner. Pat Jones is second.